Commander, we've done what we could for Garrus, but he took a bad hit. The doc's corrected with surgical procedures and some cybernetics. Best we can tell, he'll have full functionality, but...
Hi.
Tough son of a bitch. Didn't think he'd be up yet.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
Hell, Garrus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Some women find facial scars attractive. Mind you, most of those women are Krogan.
Oh. Most of those women are Krogan.
Frankly, I'm more worried about you. Cerberus, Shepard. You remember those sick experiments they were doing?
Oh, I remember. I do. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, we're enjoying the happy new Mass Effect after the Mass Effect Christmas. Thank you for the hydrate.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Garrus. If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell too. Just like old times. I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
They knew what they were doing with the voice acting in this game. Seriously. Let's start the rounds.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
Not so sure about the getting back part.
Hey, Commander, we got Garrus back. That's great, because he was totally my favorite. With that pole up his ass.
You'd be surprised.
I assume everything's going well up here?
It was until the thing started questioning my every move. It won't let anything slide.
You were deliberately falsifying maintenance reports, Mr. Moreau.
Not falsifying, tweaking. I always round up on task times. It makes us look good when we come in under.
Harmless self-promotion. Edie can ease off on that.
Very well, Shepard.
Yeah, go pout. I win.
Joker.
Right. No hard feelings. Good game.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone. Like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
See you, Joker. Did she have anything new to say?
Yes, Shepard.
That's all for now.
Not yet.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Definitely not all of them. Cerberus Command. Reports tell us you've been operating in the Omega Nebula. We'd like you to look in station Lorak, a nearby planet in the Feather system. Scan the planet for a base, where we believe Eclipse Merc are holding one of our operatives. You should be able to detect the operative's transmitter. Extract the operative. If the operative is beyond rescue, recover any relevant intel that Eclipse may have collected. This is a very delicate matter, Shepard, requesting discretion. Not discretion. Love Joker and AD and so cute. Yeah. I think, I don't know, probably said it last time, but I think the only way I can love Edie now is well, I remind myself that she's both written and acted by humans. John Whitson. Hey, Arya gave me this address. I think we met your afterlife on a manga. You stopped me from joining up with those mercs who were trying to take out Archangel. Man, I was so pissed off of you. I got blind drunk that night, and it was a few days later before I got it together enough to check the news bids and saw that almost all of those mercs had gotten killed by Archangel. I don't know who you are if you got out of there alive yourself, but thanks. I felt really stupid when you heard about the body count and how I could have been part of it. I'll make the most of what you did for me, John Whitson. Good for you, kid. Things are quiet again. From a mega cleaning desk. Commander, I wanted to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. I thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear at Dr. Saul's put an S out here clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work has been keeping in check. How much anger his work was keeping in check. I bet it really was. If not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. The clinic is going well. I got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take our security here. I keep the max bar on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Thanks, Daniel. Ba-ba-ba-bum. I can skip Overlord for now. Publications. Ooh, Fornax! I was wondering about Fornax. Launched in 2167, Fornax magazine described itself as the galaxy's finest xenophilia. By its 5th year, Fornax became the first human magazine? I didn't know it was human. Okay. To offer full five century stimulation. A previously unaffordable magazine technology made profitable by economy of scale. With a monthly publishing of 127 million available in both of hard copy and direct download, Fornax offers a range of alien models with particular emphasis of unisexual Asari, although both genders of Quarians, Drell, Batarians, and Wallace are regularly depicted. Wallace? Batarians. Specialty editions such as Janet Elcor and Groggasm service devoted by smaller markets. I love your game. What the hell is 5 century? How does a downloadable... I'm just curious, okay, don't answer. How does a downloadable version of magazine offer you 5 century stimulation? So it's... smell, taste, sight, touch, sound. All 5. I wonder what's Fornax's catchline, and how is the word fornication involved in it? Crowgasm. I think if we knew the answer, it'd probably have a subscription to Fornax. True. Maybe. Also, why? Quarians, Drell, Batarians, Wallace. Krogans, Elcor. Where are the Turians? And Asari. Somewhere in here. Asari, Quarians, Drell, Batarians, Wallace, Elcor, Krogans. Where are the Turians? Okay. At least Warcha is not there. Thank God. A-61 Mantis gunship. The workhorse of mercenary bands throughout the galaxy, the Mantis is a 2-man vector thrust aircraft that excels in close air support roles. Highly modular in construction, the Mantis can be configured as a low-altitude gunship, a fighter, a high-altitude bomber, or even a single-stage orbit space plane. that can engage enemy craft around a planet of space or space station. The only role that Mantis can perform is that one of true deep space fighter. It has no FTL drive. First rolled off assembly lines in 2170, the Mantis remains in service on dozens of dozens of armies across the galaxy. It is most commonly used in air support, in beach ground battles, in configurations that supports 2 pods of Inferno PQRs, precision kill rockets, and chin-mounted M350 mass accelerator cannon. Its kinetic barriers, thermal decoy system, and electronic countermeasures suit make the Mantis far less vulnerable to air attacks than previous generations of aircraft. Like most modern planes, the Mantis uses an element 0 core to ease the load of the engines with a mass effect field, allowing it to take off vertically or hover in place using minimum fuel. This also gives it far greater range and speed than the helicopters and jump jet aircraft that once filled its niche. Mantis can take off from Baton Rouge, reach Moscow in a few hours, fly ground attack mission, and return home before having a fuel. Notarians worship Yah on keepers, maybe they don't like Fornex. Well, I hope Vorcha is not there. Yak are a bit probably too rare. I also think they're not. Yak is the. I will keep them Yak. Yak are the. Spoiler alert. The big hairy guys. The. What's it called? Shadow Broker? The current Shadow Broker? I think they're not space faring nation. I mean, species. I think they're like plucked from the planet by their species, if I'm not mistaken. They have not actually developed the culture enough to join the galactic society. And keepers are not actually species. They're, well, they were a species. They don't really have independent minds at this point of time, I think. Which I hope is the reason why they're not in the Fornication magazine. Vorcha, I think the teeth are too sharp. Although Batarians have the same kind of teeth. So, yeah, to each their own, But the Tori answers the question, like, I can see the reasons for, like, Vorcha keepers and stuff like that, Yak not being on there. What are the... Elcor... Volus... I'm losing my mind. What are the jellyfish called? Mass accelerators. Mass accelerators propel solid metal slugs with electromagnetic attraction and repulsion. Slug lightened by a mass effect field can accelerate to extremely high speeds, permitting previously unattainable projectile velocities. Where's Solarians on the list? Solarians are also not on the list. And the fish people. I mean, jellyfish people. Sorry, Dromedans, Wallace, Elcor, Krogan. Solarians, Turians, and Hanar. Yeah, Hanar. Thank you. Turians, I think maybe Turians and Solarians paid someone off to say stop sexualizing us, you weird humans. They were just like, nope. If you put us in your weird corn magazine, we will blow you the fuck up. That's probably what happened. Haptic adaptive interface. Advances in computing have gone away for traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user to hide an angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once the user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's gloves match the hand's location with that of the proper option, but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. A person can then feel his way through using a touch screen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bearskin is a sign of a committed computer user who no longer wants to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of clammy hand smell. Wait a second. This is supposed to be a hangar? Or true. Definitely supposed to be a hangar. I just never thought about this as a hangar. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, okay. That's enough of a porn magazines, thank you. Okay, we can get to this later.
Immediately founded by notorious Batarian slaver Solum Dalsera, the Blue Suns began as a Skillian Verge protection racket, providing genuine protection from slavers and pirates. Eventually captured by the Systems Alliance Navy, Dalsera beat almost 24 charges to be convicted on a single count of conspiracy. The slaver benefited from the tutelage of cellmate and brilliant con artist Bernard Legitz Ledger. Upon release 5 years later, Dalsera incorporated Blue Suns as a legal security agency. Today, the Blue Suns boast a galaxy-wide force of Batarians, Turians, humans, and Krogan. Each deployment is backed by a logistics corps, selling everything from heavy weapons to shaving cream. Despite claims that Blue Suns sells its captives as slaves, no Blue Suns employee has ever been convicted on such charges. Many Blue Suns members sport the company logo in tattoo form, removed during assignments and reapplied at mission end. Brainchild of Asari Commando Jonas Sideris, Eclipse was incorporated as a proactive security company. Influenced by Asari and Solarian military doctrine, Eclipse specializes in sabotage, assassination, and personal and organizational security. Although Citadel governments regard the corporation with suspicion, it's embraced in the Skillian Verge and Terminus systems. Early on, Sideris sought government contracts to establish market share against the better established Blue Suns. Her agency scored a galactic PR coup by retaking several space stations captured by the Anhur People's Liberation Army and neutralizing its leaders. A victory Eclipse's marketing department never ceases trumpeting. Based on Omega Station, Eclipse controls nearly 20% of the asteroid's real estate. Its services range from mech repair to open warfare, although assassination is reserved for meeting wider, longer-term company goals. For instance, preemptive strikes against pirates, rather than murdering spouses for insurance money. Despite numerous reports, Eclipse denies sabotaging or kidnapping business rivals.
Of course they do.
Originally a small Terminus Systems Vorcha gang, the Blood Pack was transformed into a legion by visionary Krogan battlemaster Gunnar Rang. Exiled for striking a female in anger, Rang obsessed over reclaiming his lost
Good
status.
reason.
Leading the Vorcha pack as a pirate crew,
Let's
Rang
exile everyone who
cultivated
does it.
recruits and infamy for a decade before incorporating his fighters as a security company across the Skillian Verge. His notoriety ensured his initial public offering for investors made him rich beyond most Krogan's dreams. Rang returned triumphantly to his clan, rallying elders, Krogan hordes, and their firepower and biotic support toward professional violence in the Terminus systems. Banned from Citadel space, the Blood Pack bribes its way through spaceports into armed conflicts across the galaxy. Priding themselves for accepting otherwise untouchable contracts, the Blood Pack rejects bodyguarding and security in favor of cases requiring minimal oversight and maximal violence.
Minimal oversight, maximum violence.
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat and kinetic energy of starship weapons. The armor is nearly unsurpassed in strength because its central material, carbon nanotube sheets woven with diamond chemical vapor deposition, are crushed by mass effect fields into super dense layers able to withstand extreme temperatures. That process also compensates for diamond's brittleness. Diamond armor itself has two limiting disadvantages.
Apparently, we're
First, while
wearing diamond armor.
nanotubes and CVD diamond construction has become cheaper in recent years, it remains prohibitively expensive to coat starships or aircraft larger than fighters in Solaris material. Second, the armor must be attached to the ship's superstructure, so shockwaves from massive firepower can still destroy the metals beneath the armor itself. A popular misconception holds that the diamond composition of Solaris armor gives it its sparkle. In fact, atmospheric nitrogen impurities during the superhot forging process give the armor its metallic gray or yellow sheen.
Okay. Oh, what did I miss? I didn't miss it, we just left it for when we're actually going to do the Overlord. Save. Let's go on our rounds.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
If you want, Commander.
Looking for a bit.
Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
You sound hesitant, Jacob. Am I putting you on the spot?
You're trying to. Sorry if I knee-jerked. Cerberus puts a lot of suspicion in your head. I like you, Shepard, so talk, and we'll see how it goes.
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
Like, I would want to ask this just because we're making small talk. But I don't want to, like, make it seem like I'm flirting with this one as well.
I know you and Miranda work together. I got the impression it
I'm
might have been
afraid
more than
now.
that.
It got a little close. Then it got really far
I'm
apart.
afraid.
The rest isn't your business, Commander.
Consider it dropped. I trust you to keep everything professional, Jacob.
Thanks. That always bugged me about the Alliance. They didn't let people handle their own problems. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
I thought she... 1 second. Is there...
Commander, can I help you with something?
Oh, yeah.
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
If Morden's modifications hold up, we've got a shot. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Well, We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the collectors?
We've got the best armor available. The rest is outside my expertise, Commander.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
I thought he was gonna give an opinion on Garrus or something. I don't know why. I'm hallucinating memories sometimes.
Shepard, how can I help?
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. It wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
I had a feeling you were holding something back.
Apologies, classified information, but you've earned the full story. Need to know me, what I can do, what I did. Wasn't lying completely. Initially just did recon, but uncovered data. Troubling. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan were left to repopulate.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
The genophage was a terrible mistake. It nearly destroyed the Krogan and their culture. Now they have a chance to recover.
Naive viewpoint. Krogan too dangerous to allow unchecked birth rate. Look at Krogan rebellions. Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it on Tuchanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians on Tuchanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included.
Was it?
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal, not a murderer. Genocide unnecessary. Krogan as a whole, violent, aggressive. Still, have outliers, worth saving. Genophage modification protected galaxy, allowed Krogan chance to survive. Everyone wins. Good for us, good for them.
I think my biggest problem with genophage is the way it works, the way they described it works instead of the way it could have worked. For example, if you just reduce fertility rates, for example. If you reduce fertility rates in a way that reduces consumption chances, let's say the rate at which babies get made to begin with is one thing. But I think what they kept telling us in the first game is that genophage works in a way that they still conceive, but then it's just end up in stillbirth, like the babies don't survive the birth. You mean conception? Yeah, I did say conception. So if the genophage worked in a way that the pregnancy just didn't happen as often, for example, you reduce the rate of pregnancies by like, I don't know, 80%, 90%. And then the Krogans are left to try as much as they want is one thing. But when the pregnancy happens, but the babies are born dead, that's a completely different moral problem, I think, for the whole population. Which is probably, I think, was necessary for this whole debate about genophage, because if it was just the conception rate, then everyone would say, oh, yeah, there's no problem with genophage, let's just keep it. Like, no one would really want to cure the genophage if it was less harmful, let's be honest. If it really just affected the pregnancy numbers. If people were just not as fertile, everyone would have said, who cares? But now when we're talking about dead babies, everyone cares.
The genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. Recreating it is unforgivable.
Don't want me on team? Don't bring me. Can stay here, work on collector research. But no apologies. Did what was right. Hope you do the same if necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Sorry, Morgan. Had to get my Paragon points. To be honest. That's expensive.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Already checked.
How is our newest Turian crew member doing? His injuries looked painful.
He's been through a lot, not just physically.
There's something about him. I just want to hold him close and whisper, it will be all right.
No, thank you. Leave him alone.
I know exactly what you mean.
You two would be such a cute couple.
Thank you.
Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need
I
anything.
thought the way it works, it makes 100 Krogan females capable of conceiving a child. Are you saying you think the generations should make it so the Krogans have to have sex many more times to make success become? I think, regardless of it making 100 females, I think how it actually works. I may be wrong. Do we have codex on it though? Let's... Genophage. Entering countdown, entering coverage accelerant. 1,000 Krogan. No, see, this is not about women who are capable of conceiving a child. It's women who are capable of carrying the pregnancy to term. So basically, everyone still gets pregnant. But only 1 in 1,000 survives at birth. You see the difference? And that's, I think, that's why there's so much debate over the should we get rid of genophage or not? Because if it was just like 1 in 100 women, and then there's this one woman who can get pregnant and others can't get pregnant, it's a completely different situation. Same as if they just reduced fertility levels for all women. I think the point is that why it is so bad is because the babies die. It is brutal. I'm wrong place again. I don't think Morden and his team made it. I think Morden and his team made a modification to keep it working the same way, like do we have the date? I feel like it was made before Morden's time, and all he did was ensure that it still worked, because what was happening, the Krogan were adapting.
Collectors hit the Ferris Fields colony. Everyone's gone.
Shit! We're going to make those dirty buggers pay.
Apparently Ferrisville colony is gone. Yeah, they only lived about 40 years, yeah. I think it doesn't really matter what he did as much, because the only thing he did, Morden, I mean, is ensure that it still works. Basically, Krogan were adapting to it, so it was stopping. It was not being as effective as it was.
This mission takes me back. So you knew Archangel from before?
I did.
Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. You and I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy.
This is what I get for attempting to have a deep lore discussion fun. Sorry for yours. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can always check our misunderstandings.
I found that gun. Jessie was the first weapon I got my hands on. Took her everywhere. She didn't have much punch, but reliable as all hell. She'd already been through a lot by the time I got her. Still, I never had to re-sight her once. Damn good rifle.
What's up with men name everything a woman? Giving everything female pronouns and naming them female names, and then treating women like shit. Is what I'm trying to say. Kinda hate it. The sheeps are supposed to be.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
Good thinking.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's
for
the
you.
least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
Maybe we should answer that question. Maybe it's dangerous to answer that question. There's probably some deep misogyny in there about treating things like women and women like things.
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you, but I hope I wasn't too unprofessional. Brandy goes straight to my head.
It's
Now
nice
you're
to
cool.
see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now. What do you think?
Everyone's depending on us. We won't let them down.
They just don't make them like you anymore, Shepard. Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
I hope I see you next year.
Did you hear? Another colony went missing. Ferris Fields.
Ferris Fields? Didn't Hadley have a brother stationed there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking it pretty hard.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Garrus. Garrus. There he is.
Shepard, need me for something?
Always.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
Looks like Cerberus upgraded what the ship carried before. Should have a bit more kick. I still don't like our chances against a collector ship, though. Not unless we upgrade the guns.
Have the Cerberus crewmen given you any trouble?
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to was polite anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
During design, the next magnetic hydrodynamic cannon is now installed on the Normandy. This cannon is powerful enough to destroy a collector ship with repeated hits. And expensive as heck.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds the Normandy with a few upgrades to boot. I wish we'd joined up with them sooner.
We haven't joined Cerberus. They're funding our mission. That's all.
Relax, Shepard. Just a figure of speech. I can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
I wish I could meet his squad.
How'd you end up fighting mercenaries here on Omega?
I went back to C-Sec after the Normandy was destroyed, but with all the rebuilding at the Citadel, there was too much chaos for me to really help. Omega was filled with criminals nobody else could touch, and there was no red tape to slow me down. It was a perfect fit. People here needed someone to believe in, someone to stand up to the local thugs.
That explains how you started. How'd you end up with a squad?
Not too different from how you formed your squad to fight Saren, actually. You prove that you get things done, and people join up. Mercs who wanted to atone. Security consultants tired of playing by the rules. I gave them hope. And now they're dead. Shows what I know.
He kinda tried to become me, in a way, when I was gone. But also kinda failed.
Tell me about your squad.
There were 12 of us, including me. Former military operatives, C-Sec
12.
agents.
That's a lot of people to lose.
Had a Solarian explosives expert. Pretty sure he'd spent time in the Special Tasks Group. My tech expert was a Batarian, believe it or not. Not the friendliest guy, but he could hack any system ever built.
What did your merc squad do? Didn't sound like you were available for hire.
You saw Omega. It was full of thugs kicking the helpless. I formed my team to kick back. We weren't mercenaries. At least nobody was paying us. We made money by taking down slavers, pirates, or gangs that went too far.
And taking money for them?
Doesn't sound like you made any friends with the gangs.
I got 3 separate merc bands to work together to take me down. My manager at CSEC would be impressed. It was simple. We'd hit their shipments, disrupt activities, get under their skin, make them angry. They'd come charging right into our well-prepared kill zone, crossfire and snipers, clean and surgical. They never stood a chance.
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me. A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sidonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad. And they didn't last long.
You sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sidonis out first.
No. I put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Do you know where Sidonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sidonis. One day I'll find him and correct that. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of.
Calibrations? Talk to everyone, I think we're dead. I will start missing people. Oh, we need to go back to Omega for a little bit and talk to Arya.
No messages for you, Commander.
Whoa. Rebel.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. I have also run searches for reports on Archangel. The various mercenary groups appear to believe that he is dead.
Works for me.
I was trying to see if I can walk. But apparently no matter how softly I press the
Come on, let me in.
button, it will still run.
Expecting me. Ugh. Annoyed.
Yeah, I wish there was a photo of Garrus in his squad. More lore.
Arya wants to speak with you. She heard you took on the Blood Pack assassins yourself. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
Word has it that Patriarch's Krant took out the men sent here to kill him.
Maybe.
Funny, I didn't know he had a Krant.
Patriarch has more influence than you thought.
I see. Well, maybe I should watch my back then. It's not what I asked, but you got the job done. Do you need something else?
Sounds like you and Patriarch have a history.
Our history is Omega's history. Long, bloody, and always ending in my favor. The details are complicated. When I arrived, Omega was lawless, a land of opportunity. I built alliances and destroyed the fools who wouldn't get in line, which was most of them. But Patriarch, he was something different. A powerful friend.
I assume you decided he was too strong, even as an ally.
No. He cast the first stone. Wasn't a surprise when he turned. He controlled the muscle. My people contributed more subtle action. Espionage, politics, assassination. Fortunately for me, his men had become accustomed to certain benefits of working with Asari.
Superior intel? Assassination?
That's cute. No, I took advantage of certain skills my people try to downplay. Patriarch's men abandoned him in droves. In the end, we fought face to face on this very spot. The toughest fight of my life. But of course I won.
Patriarch doesn't sound like something an Asari would come up with.
I found it humorous. He wanted power, and we pretended he had it with a word that doesn't exist for my people. I eventually found a certain respect for the title and the man.
So you kept him around as a trophy?
I did. A trophy and an example. Whenever someone thought about taking me on, I pointed them to Patriarch. Dignity is one of the few commodities not available on Omega.
So you kept him around as a trophy?
I did. Whenever someone thought about taking me on, I pointed them to Patriarch. Dignity is one of the few commodities not available.
I'm hallucinating.
Interesting. Let's move on.
Do you need something else?
This data pad was on one of the mercs going after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor.
Please
We're sending
do.
your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
Can use any help we can get.
Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
You should find a nice young man to keep you warm in the meantime. You look like you need to loosen up a little.
Huh. Assumptions. Assumptions.
Nothing to see here.
Whole club is spinning.
Wow.
I seen a Vorcha shoot a man. Oh no! It was another Vorcha.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
I'll check the shops later. Oh, nice. We can actually see Normandy. Oh, we can actually see it from a clear window. Nice. Next. logical. Actually, let's go here first. Ooh. Afar.
Anomaly detected.
Anomaly detected. Lorik is an extremely rare example of habitable world circling a red dwarf star. Originally an independent Asari colony in Essong, it was annexed by Bateran hegemony in 1913, causing a minor galactic incident. Despite several attempts, the local terminus Valors have never been able to take Lorik for themselves. Lorik is a low-density world composed of rock, light metals, and water-based crust. It is steadily looked to Afar with a sunward hot pole and shadowed cold pole. Water on sunward side evaporates quickly, traveling over islands on the habitable terminator zone in the form of massive, fast-moving thunderstorms, and finally settling as snow on the frozen dark side. There are fears that buildup of ice cap mass on the far side may cause actual reorientation over the course of several million years, but Bateran officials dismissed the idea as a responsible theory disseminated by counter-hegemonist subversives. 4 million?
Launching probe.
General distress.
Process interrupted at parse point ACO655321. Status of system operator is not known. General distress.
Launching probe.
There's probing to have head first.
Probe away.
General distress. Beacon auto process interrupted.
Probe launched.
General distress. Beacon auto
Still not. Oh.
Probe launched.
Still not. That's a lot of...
Launching probe.
So much shit in here.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Still good.
interrupted at parse point ACO655321.
ACO5. I hear you, my guy.
Launching probe.
Oh, there we go.
Beacon auto process interrupted at parse point.
Probe away. Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Signal scan tag transmitter matching Cerberus encryption. It is registered a known deep cover operative. Cerberus operative's life science unconfirmed. Other transmissions that match known Eclipse code communications also detected. General distress. Currently only 2. Pretty planet. Recover stolen data.
That one hit! Headshot!
Whew, that's a noise she made. Can't say appreciate. Oh, so before I do that, can't say appreciate the noises she makes.
And stay down.
Enemy down!
Why do Asari have red blood when I shoot them? Subject ID. Interrogator Caporal Hero. Subject Cerberus Agent Tyron Rawlings. Eclipse targeted Agent Rawlings some time ago. We know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted data we acquired. The data could conclusively prove Cerberus's involvement in Arachna experiments. We believe Rawlings possesses a cipher that can be used to decrypt the data. Without the cipher, his cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. Subject captured. Interrogator. Gero, subject Cerberus Agent Tyron Rawlings. Agent Rawlings proved difficult to capture, having insinuated himself on a ship bound for Attican Traverse. He had won over the loyalty of the ship crew, who believed him to be a human dignitary on a mission of discovery. Our own agents managed to disable the ship and hobble its defenses long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. We lost a lot of men to obtain this asset. This data had better be worth the expense. Subject interrogated. The interrogation has failed. Despite some of our most advanced interrogation techniques, Agent Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare, and we consider it unfortunate that Agent Rawlings did not leave to pass on the cipher. We have men working on the decipher the encryption now. As long as we control this data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus.
This should slow him down.
Grabbing cover.
Impressive.
Firing now.
Moral.
Eclipse forever. Mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
And stay down.
This is so funny. The running animation was very funny in the first game. It's still very funny in the second game. Agent Rawlings, I presume. Yeah, some methods were very invasive. I see. Nope. That's a close-up on Agent Rawlings.
Contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly. Data uploaded to Alliance Command.
How do you like that, Mr. Elusive Man? Cerberus operator Taran Rawlings was found dead. Encrypted data is sent to Alliance for decryption.